Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday.
Happy
So,
Tuesday, everyone.
Joshua, we had a little adventure on Saturday.
We certainly did. It was like being in heaven.
Do you want to tell people what we did on Saturday?
I mean, it's up to you, but yeah. I mean, it's up
I
to.
think we should. I think we should have a little debrief.
Okay, we'll have a debrief.
So we went to Dave Rubin's house on Saturday and went to Dave Rubin's 45th birthday party, and it was awesome and fun. And Joshua, what else was it?
Well, it was amazing being around so many sane people all in one space. It was really like heaven. I mean, I was just like, this is just great. Like, I didn't have to watch what I said. I didn't have to worry about offending anyone. I mean, he puts out an amazing spread. Obviously, he throws a really good party.
That sushi was really good. I have to say, Dave had like a whole sushi spread, and he had They had two different drinks. One was the Dave, and one was the David. I don't remember which one we liked the best.
I think it was the David. The one. Well, I like the one that was less spicy because I'm not as adventuresome as you.
Yeah. I think I actually liked the Dave. I think I grew more fond of the Dave, though, as the night wore on. I think I liked more of the spicy as the night came. Because the Dave was a spicy margarita, and the David was more of like a fruity kind of like, I don't even know what the heck it was.
It was, I don't know if it was more like tame. There was no spice to it. It was really, really good. Mm-hmm. And I think we had like 4.
We had a lot of drinks.
We had a lot of drinks.
We had a lot of drinks. We did well in the drinks department.
But we didn't do anything. We didn't like, I didn't, yeah, we
didn't like make a fool of ourselves or anything.
No, I think we did very well.
Yeah.
Considering I haven't drank in a while, like maybe a glass of wine a few weeks ago. So I'm very proud of myself. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we did.
Time. And so many wonderful people. Everybody was just so lovely and just easy to talk to. And like I said, it was really like a breath of fresh air, especially living in LA, because you don't get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll say this, like Dave Rubin and his husband, they know how to host a good party, man. They are like experts. They're very, very good at it. It was very nice. Lots of people were there. It was fun. And I'm glad I came, because I almost wasn't going to go. I was like, I'm going to be at Pork Fest. I want to stay at Pork Fest. And then I was like, Dave Rubin invites you to his birthday party. You get on a fucking plane and you go to the goddamn birthday party.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it was really refreshing. Really refreshing. Not just the drinks, everything.
Everything was really, really good. So thank you, Dave, for having us in your house. And we hope you enjoy the wine that Joshua expertly picked out and I had nothing to do with. All right, guys. Well, we have a lot of things to cover tonight. Now, the first thing I want to cover, Joshua, and this is like the big news of the day, is that last night on his show, Tucker Carlson announced that the NSA is spying on him. And essentially what he said was like, so basically like a whistleblower from the NSA came to them and was like, the NSA is spying on you, dude. And they were like, prove it. And I'm obviously paraphrasing. I'm not as eloquent as Tucker Carlson, but apparently the guy from the NSA, I'm assuming it's a guy. I don't want to misgender anyone. It's like the worst possible offense one can commit. But the guy from the NSA apparently showed them stuff that like from a story that they've been working on that only could have been gotten from Tucker Carlson's personal emails and his cell phone. And so that apparently, like, whatever he showed them was enough to convince them that they are in fact spying on him. And I gotta say, like, I was impressed with Tucker Carlson's like integrity during the whole like aftermath of the election fiasco, where he really like questioned very hard, like, is there a Kraken? Is there a Kraken? Why don't you show us the Kraken? If there's a Kraken, why don't you show us the Kraken? And of course, like, and he was one of the first people to say, like, I don't think there's a there for that. And so when he comes out and says, you know, I've got some pretty dang good evidence that the NSA is spying on me, I have to believe it. What do you think, Joshua?
I wonder if there's a mole. Like, I wonder if there's somebody in his group that is actually leaking information.
Well, we'll have to psychic this, and this is gonna be the very first thing we're gonna psychic tonight. But the NSA has now responded, and I thought that their response was actually kind of. It's also interesting, isn't it, that they turned off their replies to their response like a bunch of cowards. And they said on June 28th, 2021, Tucker Carlson alleged that the National Security Agency had been monitoring our electronic communications and is planning to leak them in an attempt to take this show off the air. This allegation is untrue. Tucker Carlson has never been an intelligence target of the agency, and the NSA has never had any plans to try to take his program off the air. NSA is a foreign intelligence mission. We target foreign powers to generate insights on foreign activities that could harm the United States. Now, this next sentence is what the most interesting one for me in this whole affair. With limited exceptions, e.g. an emergency, NSA may not target a U.S. citizen without a court order that is expressly authorizes the targeting. So the NSA is basically like, nah, we're not doing it. So we need to get to the bottom of this, Joshua.
Let's
need to get to the bottom of it. Is the NSA spying on Tucker Carlson?
And someone to stop shuffling, please.
Stop.
Is the NSA spying on Tucker Carlson? Temperance. So I would say with the two of discs as that first card, so this is like a balance. So it's not like 100%, not to the extent that they think they are. There's something going on, but it's not as intense or not as focused. With the Temperance card, again, I think stuff has been leaked. That makes perfect sense because this is about Sagittarius, publishing, broadcasting, airwaves, going beyond. And then King of Swords comes up. Now, Tucker is a Taurus, and this guy is Earth sign. So I think that this is the person that's behind it. I think it might be a friend or a confidant or somebody that he thinks is a friend or somebody that's like within that org that has leaked information.
So you don't think the NSA is spying on him? You think it's leaked information? Something got leaked to like a guy at the NSA.
Yes. So it's like I feel like the NSA, there might be something that they're doing, but it's very minimal compared to what they're suspecting.
So can we then psychic like why would this guy go to Tucker Carlson and say the NSA is spying on you and here's my proof? Like why would this guy turn it around specifically? What's the motive?
What's the motive to sort of frame the NSA?
Yes. What is the motive to frame the NSA?
And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
What is the motive to frame the NSA? Ace of Pentacles, love, Page of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. So they want to start like this new beginning with the Two of Cups. Interesting. So they're wanting to like bring two particular parties together. You know more about it than I do. I don't know what that would be, but the goal is to bring. It's almost like my enemy's enemy is my friend type thing. You know, it's like a coming together of something. And with Page of Wands, I think it's it's exciting. But yeah, I think it's about bringing two entities together. So I would look at who is Tucker now collabing with due to this recent development. And I think that's going to be key.
So more additional subterfuge is what I'm hearing from this.
Yeah, I also think that it's a wonderful move. I mean, it's a very, it's with Page of Wands, this is like, it's exciting, it's new, it's different. But yeah, I think that it's meant to bring Tucker together with somebody else, meant to bring two entities together. I don't know if it's a matter of it's bringing Tucker together with somebody else or bringing two other groups that are against Tucker with somebody else. But the motive is to bring two entities together for collaboration, partnership. Yeah.
Your rings just clink together there very loudly, Joshua. Just FYI. All right, guys. Well, with our first question out of the way, welcome to Nothing Remotely Controversial. This is a show that Joshua and I do every Tuesday night at 9:30, where I talk about the news and whatever I find interesting to talk about. And Joshua, who is a professional psychic, uses his psychic and astrology and tarot card powers to help us peer beneath the surface and let us know whether or not Tucker Carlson is telling the truth about being spied on by the NSA. And Joshua is freakishly right more than he is wrong, so I tend to believe him. What are you just going to say?
Do you want to zone in on that and say, is Tucker lying? I think it'd be.
Ooh, let's do it. Yes. Yeah. Is Tucker Carlson lying to the American people?
And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
This is scary. I like Tucker a lot.
No, I don't want Tucker to be lying.
I like Tucker. No, I don't think that he's lying. Again, 2 of discs. So I think what I get is like, I get that he didn't like buy it, but he's like, okay, well, if you're saying this is, true, he's going to go out on a limb. But then with like 10 of swords, I think that he's probably coming down to like reality. Do you know what I mean? Remember, Mercury is still in its shadow period. So although it's not retrograde, communications can get misconstrued. It's going to be out of its shadow July 7th when things are, going back to much more a degree of normalcy, with communications going straight ahead. I think that he thought that it was a little bit weird. He ran with it. He was bold. And then with 10 of swords, he's like, yeah, this is not true. But you can't like unring a bell. So you might see him just not mention it as much.
So I wonder, did anyone in the chat watch Tucker's show tonight? Let me know how Tucker played it, because I was busy doing other things. I didn't watch his show, but like I would be really curious to know how he played it tonight.
Yeah, my feeling is, 1, he was trepidatious about breaking the story. He decided to be bold. And then with 10 of swords, he's like, that was a bad move, essentially.
Oh, well, we'll see about that. Alexandra says, happy Tuesday, all. I hope you've mounted that like button. Hi, Carlin and Joshua. Love you guys. Thank you, Alexandra, for that. Now, guys, if you have a question that you would like Joshua and I to psychic, all you need to do is send it in to us in a super chat. You get to decide the amount of the super chat. It's entirely up to you. But the only thing that we ask is that you just keep it a high level question. Like, what's a high level question, Joshua? I don't know.
Well, what we just did was a high-level question.
Like what we just did, something that like, is Tucker Carlson a dirty, dirty liar?
Oh my God! Bite your tongue!
Not a low-level question like, should I move to San Francisco? The answer to that is no. All right, Joshua, you also had something before we dig into the super chats today. You also had something you wanted to talk about, which I didn't really look that far into this. And Joshua very rarely asked to talk about things, so I want to give him his way this one time. You wanted to talk about Tina here.
Oh, yeah. Do we have a video of what there's like a video of her, but do you want to
see the video? Okay, hang on.
I really would like this. Oh,
hang on. This is gonna take me a second to set up. I gotta unshare, and then I gotta make sure I share it in Chrome, and then I can hook in the audio so we can all watch it together. Just takes a second. All right. Hang on. No, Tina, don't start yet. I'm not ready for you yet. Okay. Share screen, Chrome, share audio. All right. Hopefully this works. Hang on. We're going to make sure the volume is up.
AOC, get out of therapy. You've done nothing for your district. You're just part of the squad. You came in with your own agenda. You used District 14 to walk into the Congress doors for an agenda that wasn't meant for New York City, that wasn't meant for Congressional District 14, and was not meant for our country. I am the person that you want to help clean this mess, work for you, fight the fight, walk the walk, talk the talk. AOC, you're out of here.
You were like dying during that. What was going on there, Joshua? I've never seen you react like that to a politician.
Well, this is the thing that, like, okay, I know that she's conservative, but on an energy level, like, they say like 2 opposites are actually the same. Like hot becomes cold. It's like, the law of opposites says that 2 opposites are the same. It's just at different degrees. She is the conservative AOC.
I don't know if I can take it. I don't know if I can deal with this scenario.
like energetically, do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
she is AOC, except just the opposite of AOC in terms of her theology, etc. I think that you need to fight fire with fire. I think Tina could really kick some butt. I mean, I think that AOC would be scared shitless of her. Don't you?
Can we psychic how Tina is going to do in her run for Congress?
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I would vote for her.
Maybe we should try to get Tina on this channel.
Oh my God, we have to. I want to hear her talk. I love her voice. Right?
Like, it's something. I'll say that.
It makes me want to move back to New York, which is saying something considering the state New York is in right now. What is the question again?
How is Tina's run for Congress going to go?
And so I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Okay. Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, Four of Discs. So she is fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
She is fiery. Knight of Wands, like if she can get people that are behind her to help her with her campaign, like all she needs is energy. She needs one champion to be sort of like, let's go, you're going to do it. And I think that she might do it. So with Four of Discs, she's holding her own. So I think that it's very, very possible. I think it's more a matter of more fire needs to get behind her, especially like one champion. I'm getting it being like a fiery dude, has a lot of resources, who can put money behind her campaign. And then I think that she will lock it in. I think things are in the works. And it looks good. I mean, it's not a slam dunk, of course, right? But with Four of Discs, she's holding her own. So I don't think it's out of question.
All right. Well, I mean, Michael asked actually a really timely super chat. He says, on a previous episode, Joshua predicted an AOC re-election. Has the opinion changed?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Let's see.
No, I think that was actually before the 2020 election. So she did, in fact, get reelected. But, she's got to run again in 2022. So let's have an update, Joshua.
Okay. So is it likely for AOC to get reelected? Is that the question?
Yes.
And so I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Will AOC get reelected? Page of Pentacles, Five of Swords, disappointment. So I think that somebody is really going to be going for the win-lose result. Like there's energies that are sort of going against her, so to speak. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, that could cause disappointment for her team. So, I would say these cards, there's some like dirty play going on right now.
So is that a yes or a no? I'm not even
I would say that right now it's leaning no. We'll see what
really?
it looks like next week. Yeah, it's not looking good. With Five of Swords, it looks like there are underhanded tactics. Five of Swords is sort of like, it's like, we're not going to play fair and square. We're not going to go for the win-win result. We're going to go for I'm going to win and you're going to lose. So it's like, it's definitely like a Pyrrhic victory. So I think there's some energies that are working against her currently. Whether or not they'll actually be successful, that's another story.
All right. Yeah. Well, we'll see. That's an optimistic prediction. We'll have to see how that plays out. Grandma Nay says 100+ of you have not mounted the like button. As I asked my estranged husband, what the hell is wrong with you? Mount it. Do it for me. Excellent, Grandma Nay. All right, let's see. I'm going to go into our super chats here in the other screen. Jamie Armstrong kicks us off tonight. She says, are more people on the right and center going to speak up against the authoritarian left?
Let's see. And I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Are more people on the right and center going to speak up against the authoritarian left? King of Cups, victory, and 5 of Wands. Yes.
I thought you were going to say 5 of Swords, and I was about to shout.
Shout.
Not in a good way.
Oh. Well, King of Cups comes up. So this is a water sign male who might be leading the charge. Or he's at least watery, really mature, but a water sign nonetheless.
I wonder what sign Chris Rufo is.
We should find out.
I'm going to DM him. I'm going to be like, I need your birth information. He's going to be like, why?
Wouldn't he at least have his birthday?
I mean, maybe not. It's not like he's he's a public person, but I don't know so public and so far as giving out his birthday.
He was born August 84. So that would make him Leo.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to 2021, Carlin.
Well, fine.
Yeah, August 84. So he's I'm guessing he's a Leo. If he's not a Leo, he's a Virgo. But yeah, okay, wait. So yeah, you got King of Cups. This is gonna be somebody who's has watery. Then you have victory. So there's somebody who's gonna be coming into the picture. Oh, well, you know who King of Cups is. I mean, one of the people it could be. It's the sign of Cancer. Just saying.
Our favorite Cancer that liquored us up on Saturday night.
Yeah. And then you get 5 of Wands. So there's going to always be that struggle, but there's definitely this energy that's coming into the fold, and it's going to be victorious, and that's going to create, more conflict. But with 5 of Wands, there is a hope of winning. At least you're in the fight. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I do think that more people from the right will be speaking up and having some victory against the authoritarian left. But then the fight will, of course, continue.
All right. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Dragon Water asks a very critical question, and because I don't have air conditioning in my office and I've been called a sweaty hog beast by all the grapers lately, I'm very interested in the answer to this question. Is this heat wave going to end anytime soon, Joshua? Can you predict the weather? Will the heat wave end?
Heat wave! Inside. Let's see. You mean so you're having a heat wave on the
you're not having a heat wave. It's cooler in LA than it is here, but there is a heat wave here for sure.
When will the heat wave end, right?
When will it end?
And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Burning inside. Page of Swords, Magician, the Star. Yeah, you're going to be fine. I would say a week and a half it should subdue. That's my guess.
A week and a half?
Well, at least.
I have to come out to LA again in a week and a half.
Also, when the moon is in an air sign. So let's just see. Where are we now? We're in Pisces. No offense to Pisces. It's just, then we have an Aries moon coming up tomorrow night. So then I would say, when the moon's in Gemini, things should start cooling down. That would be, July 5th. Nighttime, July 5th. So I think that week you're going to feel better. That's my guess.
Well, I hope so. And Dragon Water says he trusts psychics more than weather people. I think that is probably a positive inclination. And they'll be in LA at that time. And guys, I will be trying to do a meetup in LA probably on July 6th. If you want more information about that, you got to join my locals because I will be announcing it there. Ooh, Grandma Nay says Chris Rufo, August 15th.
He's a Leo.
That makes sense. He kind of strikes me as a Leo, but he's got some other stuff in his chart too because he doesn't always present as a Leo. It doesn't surprise me, but he's got some other stuff going on.
August 15th. Thank you. Was it Nancy Drew or one of the Hardy Boys who did that? That was really nice.
Grandma Nay did that.
Grandma Nay, you're awesome. Well, let me just check really quick. Chris, and we said it's August 15th, 84.
Yeah.
1984. I'm guessing he was born in where? New York?
I know he lives in Seattle now. I don't know where he was born.
Well, let's just say Seattle then.
Or in the Seattle area. I think he lives there.
So let's see. Oh, you're right. Yeah, he has Venus conjunct Mercury in Virgo. So that'll make any Leo have more of a thorn in its paw.
I wouldn't say he's a thorn. I wouldn't say that. He's not as bombastic as one, but he's like a little bit of a showboater. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't say that in a bad way, but like, he wants to be the center of like attention, and I think that that's good, because if he wasn't doing what he's doing, then I would have to do it, and I'm really glad I don't.
Yeah, it's interesting. He has Pluto at the last degree of Libra, so he's definitely a force. And that is making a beautiful trine with his Leo sun at 23 degrees. It's very, very powerful. His Mars is in Scorpio at 28 degrees. So yeah. And his Jupiter's in Capricorn. So yeah, I think that yeah, he has a lot of good stuff, going on. Like right now. Yeah, I think that I think there's good things around him, most likely, especially when that Mars is going to be hitting his sun. I'll tell you when. It's going to be a big deal for him, most likely at 23. It's going to be exact on July 18th, so around that day, and Venus will be too. So around that week, the week before that, and the week after that, because Venus and Mars are both going to be in conjunction to his sun. Probably a lot of really good energy, and a lot of excitement around him. So,
well, good. I'm glad there's excitement around him, because he's doing good and important work, and more importantly, I don't have to do it if he's doing it. So that makes me happy. All right, let's see. Multi-Drider says, will the Delta variant cause more lockdowns or updated mask mandates in the city of Los Angeles, Joshua? Will it cause more lockdowns in the U.S. along with more Faucism and masturbation?
mandates, right?
Well, will it cause more lockdowns? Yeah, and mandates.
And someone to stop shuffling? Hold on. Where though? Across the world?
In the U.S. In the U.S.
And someone to stop shuffling?
Stop. Isn't the chat so much quieter without all these trolls? Oh, it's the best. It's so nice.
I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal.
I think you're just projecting your own desires onto the cards.
Well, let me show you what I have.
Guys, you should have seen Joshua earlier when I told him the mask mandate was back in Los Angeles.
And it's not back.
He was tweaking.
Well, I was tweaking because I must have intuitively knew that wasn't the case. It's not a mandate in LA. They just strongly advise, which is bad, but at least they're not making us wear these masks inside. I'm like, I was poised to get in trouble because I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. We live in a dangerous world. You're going to cross the street. You're going to have to look both ways. Or you're going to get hit by a car. We can't keep doing this craziness. So 8 of Cups is this moving on. So that makes me feel good that the people that are concerned about this, maybe they'll go on to other things to obsess about. With Temperance, I think it's probably going to be more outside of the U.S., not in the U.S. And then with the 2 of Discs or 2 of Pentacles, there might be a little bit of balance of okay, this is being locked. It might be left up to the jurisdiction of these private entities. But I don't think it's going to get to the extent of the way COVID was with our mandated masks across the US and lockdown, thankfully, because this is just, it's insane. Especially since they've proven that the vax, if everybody's gotten vaxxed, protects against this Delta variant.
All right. Excellent, Joshua.
What I want Joe Cocker, is that his name? Do you remember the song Delta Lady? I need to start hearing that song because it's been going in my head since they spoke about this Delta variant. Oh. Just my Corona. I think that needs to happen. Somebody needs to do something with that. Maybe it'll be me or you.
Maybe it should be you.
Delta Lady, and then my Sharona, my Corona. Yeah, that could be really fun.
Well, my Corona would be racist, so we can't do that. We tried to do it with Kung Flu, and we were called racist for it, even though Kung Flu Fighting was a perfectly good song. I don't understand. We're getting close to the case. Fran has sussed out that Chris Rufo was born in Sacramento, but
you, Fran.
Yeah. Guys, just as a little warning, it looks like some trolls are entering the chat. So just be on guard. I've already blocked some anti-Semitic shit, and we're going to keep doing it until they're all gone. All right, let's see. Next up, Smoony wants to know, will the first female POTUS, elected female POTUS, I'm going to clarify because Kamala Harris won't count, will the first female POTUS be a Republican?
And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Judgment. Queen of Swords. 5 of Swords. We're not there quite yet. But with the Judgment
Wait. What does that mean, though? Because there will be a female president at some point.
Right. But, it's not like a slam dunk, right? So let me show you what we have. We have the Judgment card, right? Which is good. We're going to be hearing a call. Somebody's going to be blowing the trumpet. And it is this Queen of Swords chick, right?
Oh.
So she's very intelligent, very cool, very logical. And then with 5 of Swords, though, we got to watch out for this. Because it's sort of a matter of, there's other entities that are operating that are not going to necessarily make it fair and square. So, I would say that it might be tough. We're, at least now, as far as we can see, it doesn't look really very good for that to happen realistically with the 5 of Swords, because there's dirty play going on,
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryu asks, will I ever find my soulmate? We might come back to that if there's time, dude, but I said no personal questions, so we're going to skip it for right now, but if we have time, we'll come back. And of course, you want to believe that you will find your soulmate, I would think. You want to project that out.
You're just like your socks. Like, your socks are probably, behind the couch. If you ever lose your socks, same thing.
Very helpful advice, Joshua. Very helpful. All right, Patrice, this is a fun question. Are the aliens actually deep in the water?
Deep in the water?
Yeah.
Like the ocean water, or like the rivers?
Like the ocean, I'm going to say. like remember the Abyss? Do you remember that movie? Where they went deep into the ocean and they found the aliens deep in the ocean?
I don't. But let's see. Are the aliens deep in the water?
Yeah.
And tell me to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Are the aliens deep in the water? Oh my goodness.
Are they?
Wow.
Did we crack the case?
Well, some of the case. With 9 of Cups, again, cups are water. I think that some of them are definitely in the water. Then the Justice card, some are not necessarily, they're not all in the water, but there are some that are. And there's probably, with the Swiftness card, more information coming about. How did that question come about? Like, what does she know?
Yeah, Patrice, what do you know? Please chat in a clarification for how you have this information about aliens being in the ocean.
Who sent you here?
Who sent you, Patrice? Always been suspicious of Patrice. I knew something was up.
Spy name.
Ryu, no worries, dude. We'll get to your question at the end of the stream if you can. No worries. We will try to get to it. I promise. Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. No harm, no foul. She says, "Knew it." Yeah, exactly. Patrice probably works for the NSA.
She looks like she does. She looks very intelligent.
Patrice is very intelligent. I very much appreciate her. Okay. Moving on. Sin Bagley wants to know, will GOP walkaways do better in the Libertarian Party or stay as independents? This is a very relevant question, Joshua. If people leave the GOP, would they find a home in the Libertarian Party?
People leave the GOP. And I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
If people leave the GOP, will they find a home in the Libertarian Party? Seven of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and Justice. So,
Come see, come saw.
Well, like with the Seven of Swords, like the big issue is it's all about diplomacy. My concern with that is like the GOP, they apparently, according to this, they might have some mouths on them. So it's sort of like, you should do it this way. Like, you can't do that. You have to be like, diplomatic and, agree to disagree. But with the Wheel of Fortune, there's definitely going to be an opportunity there. So it's about the balance. So I think that some would and some wouldn't, essentially.
Yeah, I think that if you have like if you have like a firm, hard, inflexible position on abortion or open borders, it's probably not a good fit for you. Now, like the Mises Caucus, they are neutral on both those things. But if you are determined that you will not be involved in anything unless they have your positions on abortion and open borders, it's just probably not the right place for you. Which I think a lot of the GOP does have, like they're inflexible on the abortion issue.
Right. Yeah. Like if GOP people are going to go in, like try to turn things around, like that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. There's going to be no GOP takeover the fucking Libertarian Party. Libertarians have enough nonsense to worry about. All right. Oh, Joshua, you're going to like this next question. Cold Summer 91 asks, will Britney Spears be freed?
Oh, free Britney! And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Will Britney Spears be free? Ooh. I don't think it's looking very good.
Oh.
So 4 of discs. Again, like this is about holding on to like power, right? With 5 of swords again. This is again like dirty.
Why does the 5 of swords keep coming up tonight?
I keep clearing our deck, so it's not the cards. Don't blame the card. Don't blame it on the rain, Carlin.
Oh, okay.
And then you got the devil. So I don't think that she's going to be free. I think there's some, like again, follow the money. So whoever is getting money out of this, they're going to be pulling a lot of bullshit. So that's what they need to do. It's not about freeing Britney. It's about finding out who's gaining from Britney not having her freedoms and really isolating him and calling him to task, or her, whoever it might be. Whoever, follow the money and then isolate him and grill him and go after him, and then she'll be free.
So her father.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, P says, let's have a libertarian take over the GOP, and said, P, you need to bite your tongue immediately because nonsense like that already got a hostile takeover of my party, my state party. That was actually one of the reasons for the hostile takeover is one of the members was joking one day and tweeted something like, they were like, we're going to take over the Republican Party next. And that was used as evidence for reasons why they were allowed to have a hostile takeover. So don't joke about this stuff.
Terrible.
All right, let's see. Dragonwater asks, will we see pushback against authoritarianism in all of its sign? I don't know what that means, in all of its sign.
Keep it English.
Dragonwater, I need a clarification on what you wanted to ask there. I'm sorry, I apologize. I don't understand. So we're gonna skip that one for right now. Arcadian Twilight will. The answer to this is no, but we'll psychic it anyway. Will Carlin be the first ever libertarian senator out of New Hampshire, denying that ass-hearted Republicans shenunu? And yes, that was a Futurama reference. Now, so. Okay, let's just psychic. Will I be the first ever libertarian senator out of New Hampshire? Let's just psychic it. Let's just do it.
First libertarian senator in New Hampshire?
Yes.
And tell me to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Let's see. Will you be the first libertarian senator in New Hampshire? Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, and 4 of Cups. Nah.
No. And for no other reason than I really don't want to run for Senate.
No, I think that you'd find that it's not to your liking. Especially, well, you get Knight of Wands, and then you get Knight of Swords, and there's a lot of stuff that you would do that would be, I think, counterintuitive in terms of how you express your energy. You know.
Yeah. I am, however, trying to convince the libertarians, or I don't even need to do much convincing because I think they're on board, but like trying to find a good person to run against Sununu. Not that I think the libertarian would win, but I do think that we'd be able to pull off at least 4% of his vote to get ballot access. And, you know, all votes lost from Chris Sununu are a win as far as I'm concerned. If I can cause him to lose by just pulling just enough away, I'm going to consider that a victory. All right, let's see. I did see Dragonwater sent in a clarification. He said he meant forms. Okay, so let's go to Dragonwater's question again. Will we see pushback against authoritarianism in all of its forms?
Got it.
Okay.
And so I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Prudence, 2 of Wands, King of Swords. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. Again, like with the Prudence card, it's a matter of, not, doing things that are boisterous or crazy, but being like careful and prudent and, following the rules. And then with 2 of Wands, this is like personal power. And again, we got King of Swords. So we need to the approach needs to be highly rational and non-emotional and just, very much about logic and coolness. Mm-hmm. Being like, this is unconstitutional. Read it. You know what I mean? Like that will help.
Excellent. And I appreciated that clarification, Dragonwater, because we don't want authoritarianism to rise on the right either.
Bad.
All right, Cold Summer would like to know, will Joe Exotic succeed in getting out of jail? He did not get his pardon from Trump, Tiger King.
Will he get out of jail?
Will Joe Exotic succeed in getting out of jail?
And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Will he succeed? Will Joe Exotic succeed in getting out of jail? In a while. So there's going to be some more information, unfortunately, and it's not really helpful to him with the Hangman. So there's like some other stuff that's probably going to come up that shows that he did some stuff that's not really great. That's going to create a little bit of a delay with the Hangman, of course. But then we got the Sun. So there will be vindication afterwards. But there's some new news that's coming up around him that's not putting him in the most advantageous position to get out of prison. But eventually he will. Just don't hold your breath.
All right. Excellent. Michael asks, will a Republican become president again in the near future or within the decade?
Let's see. Do we have a Republican president coming in the near future? Right?
Yes.
Like within the next 10 years?
Yes.
And so I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Let's see. The Fool, Page of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. I mean, with the Fool card, we don't know just yet, but it will be based upon the economy. And with 2 of Wands, it's going to be it's going to be possible. Like there's a lot of energy that's geared toward a candidate. Then yes, but right now we are in. Like it's too soon to say. I would say though that basically watch the economy, because if the economy is going poorly, then he's going to be out, and I think we're going to want a Republican president. It's all going to be about money.
All right. Arcadian Twilight says, I ask because the best leaders never want the job. I not only do I not want the job, I also don't want to apply for the job or run for the job. At least not right now. Who the hell knows? Maybe sometime in the future. All right. Oh God, super chat jump. Hang on. You guys are sending in a lot of super chats. We're gonna get through as many as we can. Josh, we might do rapid fire super chat. We might have to do it. All right. Colin Sanders says, Carlin, please stay in the fight. I've been fighting this American history X crap at the local level since April. You don't know how helpful you are. Thank you, Colin. I will do the very best that I can. RCHGOEPP says, what will the results be after the audits? So essentially, I think are the audits going to overturn the election?
Will the audits overturn the election? And so I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Will the audits overturn the election? Leo, strength, five of discs, Queen of Cups. No, I don't think so. I think that they're really trying with five of discs. This is just like, driving a car with like 3 wheels. It's not going to go very far. And it's just really, really tough. And with Queen of Cups, I think it's probably best for us to just make.
We need to move on, guys. We need to move on. We need to move on. We do. I'm sorry. I know we had hopes and dreams, but we need to move on. All right. Mythian says, will Biden be seen as officially incompetent to be president during his presidency? And will he get kicked out because of this? Will Biden be 25th amended?
And I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Hermit, swiftness, 10 of Cups. Yeah, I think that what will probably happen, he's going to be not making that many appearances. He hasn't really.
Like currently.
Like currently. So they're very particular. They know what they're doing. They understand the optics of the situation. With the swiftness card, there are going to be people that do want to say something about it, but I don't think it's with 10 of Cups being our last card. That's going to put the fire out. So they're not going to have as much to really hold on. They're going to label him as an eccentric.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Gerardo has an interesting question. Is SpaceX going to successfully colonize Mars?
Let's see.
Joshua, these are the important questions.
Very much so.
That's why we do this show right here. These
totally
types of
right.
questions.
It's true. Will SpaceX colonize Mars?
Yeah.
And I'm going to stop shuffling, please.
Stop.
Let's see. Will SpaceX colonize Mars? Wealth, 8 of Swords, 2 of Wands. No! Sorry.
Boo. All right, let's see. Will Jeff Hewitt be the first libertarian governor of California? From Andrea.
Jeff Hewitt, right?
Yes.
Be the first libertarian governor of Cali, right?
Yes.
And tell me to stop shuffling, please.
Stop.
Ten of Wands, King of Swords, 9 of Cups. So it's possible. It's a lot of work if he's going to do this,
Yeah.
But if he's willing to do that and he keeps his cool, that's going to be awesome, then yes. So it's not been decided yet, but there's a big road that's ahead if he wants to do this. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of coolness. So I don't know what this guy is like, but if he's hot-headed, he needs to definitely
He needs to chill the F out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's exciting. All right. Dragonwater asks, is it time to abandon old systems and institutions and put our energy into new ones?
Well, obviously, always, right?
I was going to say, like, that sounds like something that you would always say yes to.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's always about evolving and, expression, which will lead to evolution. Like it always has to be new because change is stability. You know what I'm saying? Like energetically, the more we hold on to the past, the more we're unstable. So we always have to, right?
Would there be a time when we would want to retain old we would want to just like not completely abandon old systems and institutions?
I mean, if they're working and there's even change within them, like even those systems that are in place, there's still a certain like flexibility to them, I would think, right? Mm-hmm. Like, for example, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I get it. But, it's also important to constantly evolve and move forward and grow and expand. I mean, I don't know how, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a specific the question?
No, that's the extent of the question. So I guess Dragonwater, if you had a specific like example, you can chat that in and I'll keep an eye out and we can take a look at it. But as of right now, Joshua was saying that yes, it is time. It is always time.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Cyrus Cherry asks, will violent crime Will violent crime increases change how minorities vote eventually?
Will violent crimes influence or change?
Yeah, will an increase in violent crimes influence how minorities vote?
And so I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Ooh, that is a really interesting question. King of Pentacles, Seven of Discs, pleasure. I think so. Yeah. So if there is an increase in crimes, they're going to definitely want to bring things back, perhaps to the past. But there's pleasure. I do think that it would. Yeah.
All right.
It's sort of like one of those things, just like in terms of like getting a Republican, president. It's sort of like, okay, well, if the economy tanks, then yeah. Same thing with that question, most likely, It's really it's a shame you have to go through that in order to get to what you want,
Mm-hmm. All right. And our last one, another one from Dragonwater chatted in a clarification. Let us make is specifically so what Dragonwater was referring to in the abandoned old systems and institutions, what he's talking about is specific to political institutions and parties. So essentially, maybe he's asking if we should abandon like the Republican Party or for new ones.
Okay. So we can see what that would look like, or if that's possible.
Should we abandon specifically political institutions and parties and let it evolve into something new?
And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
I see now. Okay. The Emperor, Strength, and Page of Cups. I think that there needs to be some kind of like structuring red thread. Like people need like a foundation, right? So that's the whole thing. Like that's what the Democratic and Republican Party do. They give us, a foundation to like stand on. Being like, I'm here. This is my platform. This is my party. This is what I believe in. These are my values. Like you need that like groundedness. So if you can get something that grounds them, then yeah. And then with this, with the Strength card, it's in a lot of respects, it's a matter of there needs to be that sense of, again, gently prying open the lion's mouth, right? So it's almost like you need to have like something to sort of fight against. Like there needs to be a little bit of a tug of war between two entities, even if it's not the Republicans and the Democrats. But with Page of Cups, this is like a good thing in the sense that, you know, a dissolution of those parties might create more of a sense of like peace and openness. But there always needs to be, again, somebody that says no, right? That's what the emperor does. The emperor sets boundaries. And who are you going to set boundaries against unless you have other people that are, you know, trying to cross those boundaries? And who are we going to try to like tame and keep in check unless we have something else? Like, essentially, we need that tug of war in order to keep things rolling. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't have order without chaos, you know?
I guess so. Yeah, I understand.
Unless somebody else is them. It's almost like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you need the other in order to define yourself and your values.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. All right, and our last question, and then we're going to try to go back to Ryu's question about his soulmate, just because, you know, it's nice to end on a happy note.
It is sweet.
But Dragonwater asked one more. Is the Loch Ness Monster an alien?
And so I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
The World, Page of Swords, Three of Discs. No, I wouldn't say that. I don't really have much belief in the Loch Ness Monster.
You don't think the Loch Ness Monster is real?
Not with Page of Swords. Fiction.
Can we? Okay, I'm gonna take point of personal privilege because we got a couple extra minutes. So do you know the story of Champ in Lake Champlain in Vermont?
No.
Champ is like our version of the Loch Ness Monster. Lake Champlain is like an hour away from where I grew up. There's always been rumors about Champ in Lake Champlain. There have been images that have circulated. It was on Unsolved Mysteries. Joshua, is Champ real?
Let's see.
I need to know. He's the mascot of a minor league baseball team.
Is Champ real? And so I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Let's see. King of Wands, the Lovers, Four of Discs. Interesting. So what is the whole Champ thing? Like,
it's like Loch Ness Monster in a big lake in Vermont. So you're saying there's a chance?
No, with King of Wands coming up, and I don't think the Loch Ness Monster is King of Wands. Again, I think this is the guy who brought this idea to people, and they started communicating it, and it's become part of like folklore. So no,
it has definitely become part of folklore. Yeah, that's real. That's real.
So I would say no. King of Wands.
Come on! Why do you have to be a killer of hopes and dreams, Joshua?
I'm sorry, but that's the truth from what I see here. There's no Loch Ness Monster. There's no Champ. Like, let's get on with our lives, and you know.
All right, we're gonna end on a happy note. We're going to go back to Ryu's question at the beginning. Will Ryu find his soulmate?
What's his name?
R-Y-U. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Ryu.
Okay. Will he find his soulmate, right?
Yes.
And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Will he find his soulmate? Ooh. Yeah, I think so. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Well, the death card, right? So there's like in order for you to find your soulmate, there needs to be one part of you that dies and like a new part of you that's like vibrationally aligned with that sense of like love. So you have to sort of kill off your old identity. The other thing is you got to release the pressure valve. Like you're not gonna find your soulmate with your tongue hanging out of your mouth. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just not gonna happen. So you need to like relax about it and take it easy. With Two of Discs, this is harmonious change. I think there's also more than one soulmate. So you want to just like like relax and go easy, determine who it is that you would be if you did have your soulmate and how would that feel. And then you're going to realize there's a whole bunch of shit you have to let go of in order for that to happen. And then you need to release the pressure valve, and then, just start dating, like relax about it, mate with your soul to find your soulmate.
Excellent advice, Joshua. All right, guys, that's all we have for tonight. Joshua, any final words of wisdom before we conclude?
Yeah. We're in a full moon, waning moon cycle, so it's all about like letting go and relaxing, especially like today and tomorrow, half of tomorrow, most of tomorrow. It's a Pisces moon. We're in this letting go cycle right now, and it's all about letting go because you have a new moon coming up in July 9th, and the sun is in Cancer right now, so feeling good is super important. So you want to just focus on things that make you feel good, because the Cancer energy right now, it's connected to the ocean. So whatever it is that you're feeling is going to really, now more than ever, help you manifest what it is that you want or what it is that you don't want. So feel good. Like, get yourself into as good a feeling space as you possibly can. Very important.
All right. Awesome. Well, guys, if you want to connect with Joshua for a reading or tarot card spread or astrology or any of these other things, his link is in the description below, psychicsun.com. You can also go and subscribe to his YouTube channel where he does his Organize Your Ass astrology videos with sometimes more asses than they really should have, but Joshua gets carried away.
I do. It's true. It's true.
It is true. All right, guys, we do this every Tuesday night at 9:30. I hope you'll join us again next week. In the meantime, take care. Have a good one. Bye.